Hello YouTube, this is Justin here. I'm doing a video response to Epidemic's 2020's Rational Faith question mark. In it, he's trying to describe faith as having two different meanings, and he gives his own. He says popular atheists claim it's a belief in something without evidence, and he tries to say the Christian perspective of the belief and faith is a reason-based trust in what cannot absolutely be known. This poses the question, how is it any different in the first place? Because if you cannot absolutely know, then how is it a reason-based trust? Again, it's a belief without evidence. But he further uses, and I will be dealing with the Christian faith in this video, just like he did, because it's clear Epidemic 2020 is a Christian. He uses John Lennox, who states, "Not all faith is blind. Faith itself carries with it the ideas of belief, trust, and commitment, and therefore is only robust as the evidence for it. Faith in the Christian sense is not blind," which Lennox further goes on in his clip to state that he's never met a serious Christian that believes in faith, and Epidemic 2020 agrees with him and says faith to trust. And then later on in the video, Epidemic 2020 quotes a verse which states, or to add to that verse and go with verse 22, which states, "Test everything and hold fast to the good. Abstain from every form of evil." That is 1 Thessalonians 5:21 to 22. And I will post a link in the sidebar, or not a link, but I'll post the verses that I'm using in the sidebar. Another verse I would use is 1 Peter 3:15 through 17, which states, "But in your hearts sanctify Christ as Lord. Always be ready to make your defense to anyone who demands from you an account of the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and reverence. Keep your conscience clear so that when you are maligned, those who abuse you for your good conduct in Christ may be put to shame. For it is better to suffer for doing good, if suffering should be God's will, than to suffer for doing evil." And I will also put that in the sidebar. Later on, Epidemic tries to cover the fact that he tests a chair and he has faith in this chair. What he's trying to do is equate reality with faith, which is not real good to do. But to put it this way, the chair's designed for me to use. But as someone pointed out to me, that I'm going to ask Epidemic here, how is God comparable to the chair? You cannot measure God, see God, or test God, or to put trust in it. Therefore, faith in God is blind, even by your own standards, Epidemic. With that being said, Epidemic, I have a Mountain Dew. You see, it's designed for me to drink it. It goes to my, I don't need to go in further detail with it, separate if I don't drink something, my body will dehydrate. I know this based on evidence. Evidence is good. Belief just to believe is not always great. And you know, what's interesting here, Epidemic, is you're trying to do like Christian apologetics and equate faith as a rational position, or faith in Christianity as a rational position. I don't think so. But I would like to challenge you to come to debate faith and or do me a video response to this video, because I'd love to hold a discussion. You say you have Stickam, and I'm sure you've heard of debate faith, and I challenge you to come there and we can debate Christianity, or we could try to debate here, but it would do better on Stickam. Or better yet, if you don't like debate faith, come in there and ask me, and I'll make a room, or I'll have somebody make a room where we can have a discussion. But with that being said, as long as you want to equate faith with reality, I'm not buying. And that's not even in the Christian sense. You want to test everything and hold fast to what is good. I got some questions for you. How do you test the major doctrine to be a Christian? The belief in Christ died and resurrected. Better yet, as the Christians use, Romans 3:23, Romans 6:23, Ephesians 2:8 and 9, John 3:16. How do you equate those? How do you test those? I'm just curious. How do you test those? Because I don't see a way to test those. How do you test Jesus' miracles? How do you test the virgin birth? So with that being said, I think you're trying to avoid a question here, Epidemic. And I think and I know it's a hard question, and why you would want to avoid it. Such people like Veritas, Venom Fang X, Veritas 48, Venom Fang X, Yoked to Jesus, all want to avoid the question too. What is a rational reason to believe in Christianity? No more running, no more hiding. Don't use guilt trips. You and the person in your video can do a response video and give me a rational reason to believe in Christianity. What is not a rational reason for me to believe in Christianity is I get rewarded if I believe, or I do it because of a fire safe insurance. Or better yet, the guilt trip that Christians use. That guilt trip don't work on me. Guilt trip don't work. So give me a reason to believe in Christianity. Think up a reason. You two both can think up a reason and give me a rational reason to believe in Christianity without using fear, guilt, or rewards and punishment. Anyways, y'all have a good day. As always, faith is, in the Christian sense, is irrational to the best of my knowledge, and it is not reality, so I would not suggest using faith for reality. Again, everyone, Happy New Year. Have a good day, and I will be trying to make a few more videos. Alright. Everyone have a good one, and till next time.